Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign, week 9, or week 8, day 5. So today, of course, we got the super mega ultra wonderful arena event, the worst basically weekend event in the game. However, it is still fun, so I will mess around with it a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean we'll probably do the 3 daily battles and then not touch it the rest of the weekend because we need to go hunt those mimics. So I'm probably going to start with it and then hand out code once we finish out. And then probably farm mimics the rest of the time. I'm not sure why, but they actually have like the gnome vault thing over here, which makes no sense because normally, wouldn't they do that during a vault event? There is no vault event this weekend. It is simply the useless arena event, nothing else. However, let's go do the arena event. At least 3 battles anyways. Oh, perfect. I'm already, oh no, this is bad. Oh no. The reason I say this is a already started arena does not count towards, well, I guess I only have to do it twice then, I guess. It counts towards your daily, but it doesn't count the points towards the game mode. So what I mean by that is, you know, you earn points to get those rewards, the ones that barely give you anything. As you're getting those rewards, the very first one, if you already have one started, it does not give you the points for it. So we're still going to get the daily offer, where it gives us one of our 3 offers for today, for this first one, but it will not give us any points whatsoever, because you can't already preemptively have one started. Or you can, but it just won't give you the points for it. So that's our situation. So we'll take that down. Oh, we got peasant shenanigans. At least we have a fun peasant team. We get to start off with a really good troop. The pretty much auto-win common. Let's see, we also have this auto-win troop, so that's kind of nice as well. We're just going to do this, get a bunch of durability. That dies out, but that's actually strategic, so we start doing more damage. And now we just kill everything. Okay, do I have a cascaded skull and some kind of weird shenanigan? No. I can try one off a sky, which is tempting. I can also just poke the skull for some damage, but it's also not that much damage. I think our best bet is just to try for skull off a sky there. We can try for it again by destroying with peasants. We're not frozen on blue, so we'll go for that. Get our poke in. We're unfortunately entangled, however, peasant can do peasant things and do a nice big burst. He gives us a lot of green that we do not currently use. Despite being entangled, we are hitting more skull damage than ever, which is kind of convenient. We'll go for that for guarantee full mana. Unfortunately, it goes for the kill. That does mean we do have access to skull damage again. Oh no! Peasant almost got the kill, so close. So what I could do here is do 2 damage poke into a 6 damage, but unfortunately that is 1 damage short. That would have been so nice if that was actually enough to close the gap. So I'm actually going to not go for it here. We still don't have an option for it because the most we're ever going to get is 2. We can still try for a blue there, I guess. We also have brown cascade chance off a sky. We didn't get it, but it was worth a shot. Okay, luckily I'm pretty sure as long as we don't take damage here, we just win off of the Phoenix. But I need to do this in a way that we don't give him a skull, so we have to take it that way. And that makes sure he doesn't get a skull out of it, and it should be enough damage to win. And then we just win, and there we go. Also, back in the day, or at one point, I believe that actually counted as a loss, because we technically had no troops at one point. There is one point in the game where I'm pretty sure, because you at one point had nothing on your team, it counted as a loss. Luckily, it doesn't do that anymore. If you have 0 troops on your team, you still win, as long as, you know, you have the summon going, triggering. But because it recognized it as having 0 troops for like half a second, there was a point where the game would just make you lose. Luckily, that's not the case anymore. But that wasn't always the case. I have no clue what I want here. I want blue, but like every way to take it's not that safe. Luckily, there's the one there. So we'll get our poke. This guy's kind of useless. Also, this whole battle's kind of useless because we're not even getting points towards the event, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, hello everyone. I didn't even say hello to everyone yet. Hope all you've been doing well. Hope you've been enjoying the wonderful arena event. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Barbara. Actually, that's something we should poll. Would you play, let's see. Would you play, let's see. This assumes you don't play the arena event. So, if you don't play arena, would you if rewards were better? If rewards were better. I'm not doing it based on gameplay for this one, just purely rewards. Let's see. If you don't play arena, would you if rewards were better? Question mark. And I'm just going to do yes or no. Nice straightforward yes or no. There we go. Oops, I accidentally added another option instead of no. I mean, instead of confirm. That's not what I want. That's what I want. There we go. Oh, we don't have peasant. Oh, wait, never mind. That's not even that good a value. I'll try this for Skull for Sky. We got it. Also, hello everyone. I didn't even go through all the hellos, and now the poll's blocking my view. There it is. Hello Bill. Hello Tyrion. Hello Gimli. Hello Ricardo. Hello Sushi Ninja. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Dixon. Hello Michael. Hello Siberian. Hello Logic Slayer. Hello Cookie. Hello Jonian. Hello who did I say hello to? Hello Roman. Hello Ricardo. Hello Inflame. Hello Henry. Hello Barbara, and hello everyone else, and hello Clipbomb. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, what do we take here? I kind of want a brown. I kind of want to try fracture turn though, so we're gonna do it this way. The good old peasant. He did not get brown off the sky because that brown was guaranteed the one that we hit. You explode a gem, deal 8 damage to the first enemy, boosted by purple gems, destroyed for curse. I don't really need curse, so we're more so just looking at the damage here. Ooh, I see a 6 damage poke. Ooh, I see a 10 damage poke. Yeah, let's go for 10 damage poke. And we get a yellow, so we get his boost as well, which is nice. Now we just need a little bit more damage. What's the best way to get a little bit more? We'll do this. I'll get the curse thing. Oh, and that's already enough to kill. Nice. Perfect. There we go. Alright, so this was the one we already had started. So this gives us no points, so you'll notice we got no valor or whatever it's called. That's because this one was already started before the event. So you might notice our score is still 0. But that's because, yeah, it was already preemptively started. So it doesn't count, which is unfortunate. But anyways, deal 10 damage to an enemy, become enraged, or destroy a row. Usefulness is questionable. Though based on our options, it does seem the most enticing because we're probably putting him in first slot realistically. Deal 9 damage to an enemy boosted by my souls. It's a 2-to-1, 40 is 20, 29 damage. Realistically, after first cast, it's 14. Is 14... Oh no, his first cast is awful. Every subsequent cast is kind of good. I'd rather go for Grave Knight though. It's basically true damage poke while also making everything else on our team true damage. Like, this thing's gonna take too long to get going, unless we could, like, secure... If we already had, like, a soul farmer, I would maybe go for it. Destroy a row and an X, give a bunch of... Nah. Okay, we're just gonna go Grave Knight here. Probably Michael Disciple. He's really good at not losing. The only problem is he creates red and yellow, 2 colors we do not use. So I might just have to take Hag. Hag's really bad, though. Inflicts a random stats effect to an enemy, and reduces 1 of their points by 4. Or, sorry, 4 points to a random ally, I mean. I don't know, Monkey Disciple's good, but if we have no red-yellow, it is really bad. Oh, we have no red-yellow, so I'm just gonna pick up a Hag, I think. And, oh gosh, all this is bad as well. Destroy all gems of a chosen ally's mana color. Give them 3. You don't have enough magic to work in arena, similar to Thrall. You just don't do enough. They'll all do something so bad. I think we just have to go Sentry for mana cover. This team is so horrifically bad. But we'll put you there. Gosh, I kind of blocked my Grave Knight. I'm not sure how we run this. This team is horrific. I think it's still good enough to win, but we have no win condition on this entire team. What do we take here? We'll take that. Get our extra turn there. Luckily, you don't even need a good team to win arena most of the time, though. Like, ideally, you'll have good troops, but as long as you get lucky enough boards, they kind of just do themselves. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We don't get to choose. It's random row as well. Oh, it's only destroy, not explode. I thought you were explode row. Yeah, it is destroy row. Okay. Not sure why I thought it was explode. That's fine. I'll take some brown. Try for brown off the sky. Didn't get it. Take another brown over there. That's not enough. See what else we can kind of get going here. Try for that and try for it off the sky. He didn't get it. That's enough to kill. Take our blue. Take our red. No skull there. Gotta be careful because once we Grave Knight dies, we have no way to win. Like, we pretty much have no way to win. Oh, I forgot. That's not reduced 4. I was like, wait, maybe this will hit HP, but I forgot. It gives an ally 4. It doesn't reduce the enemy. I always thought it reduced. It only gives the enemy a negative stats effect. Hag is really bad. It's one of those, like, useless tier troops that gets summoned by a different troop that you would never actually initially have on your team under any circumstance whatsoever, other than when you get forced into it on Arena. That's one thing that Arena is, like, somewhat okay about. Like, it makes you use troops you would under no circumstance ever use. Like, pretty much every troop on our team, except for maybe Grave Knight, is, like, useless. Though Grave Knight is outclassed by so many things that do what he does better. Like, literally every weapon that does it. Because there's, like, a whole class of weapon that does basically exactly what Grave Knight does, but better, but for the exact same mana cost, pretty much. Like, you know, Mang and every weapon like Mang. Most notably, like, Mang, Yasmin's Pride, stuff like that. Even Rope Dart's technically under that category. The Rope Dart I do consider a little bit different, even though it is technically under that category of armor tier, poke damage weapons. But Rope Dart's kind of in its own category of, like, insane infinite loop weapons. Let's see. We're not true infinite, but, you know, like, really good at doing so. Like, it's more of a loop weapon than an armor tier weapon, even though it's both. I kind of want this purple into double green. That's not what happened. That is like the worst possible outcome that could have happened. A Doom Skull there. That is literally the worst thing that could have occurred there. Also, I should have armor toward this guy first, because now I'm going to poke him before we get mana again. Meaning we're going to miss out on 3 potential damage we could have had on him. Alright, this is actually losable. That's why I actually had the instincts to hit this one. Because he's more of a damage concern. However, I think we always have to repick our team. This team's just really bad. Which we already knew way in advance coming into this. But it's going to be problematic if the enemy team is even remotely, like, competent in any way, shape, or form. We also don't have a particularly good way to hit last slot right now. I wish I would have been Burn. That would have been so good if that was Burn instead of Fairy Fire. Very huge difference. I might be dead here. Yep, we are dead. Okay, we're just gonna have to repick our team, I think. This is gonna be way too bad. We probably should have done that to begin with. We'll take our retire. Alright, let's go and actually draft until we have a team that isn't completely useless. Gosh, this does not give much confidence towards that. Can we not draft, like, uselessness? I'm just gonna grab him for the sake that he, can be our first slot. And for no other reason. You're actually not bad, and you have 20% this week. He's a good skull spammer. I'm supposed to buy souls, but we're not really gonna have a way to get more souls, most likely. Most useful thing about him is that he resummons himself. Oh, but he has 0 magic, though. In Arena. That might be a little bit concerning. But it's going to be fine based on how we're going to be setting up our team. So I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. I think we'll go Dryad here. Steal some armor from an enemy and transfers it to a random skill to the first ally. And the team that we're going to have right now does want our first ally to live if it can. We have a way to feed our red to as well. I think I'm just going to go Rock, though. Because Rock can kind of solo an entire battle when he is good to go. Alright, so now we actually have a team. This is still a pretty bad team, but like it's way less worse than what we just had. This is like way more usable. I think the biggest issue was getting Hag there, though we didn't really have much of an option there on the previous draft. Because Hag is pretty useless. Like, at least these are useless in a way that's, like, good. Like, they actually can, like, slightly pressure damage. Because at least having a damage source that's targetable, even if it's a very bad damage source that's targetable, at least it still allows you to apply pressure. The big issue we had with the previous fight, or team in general, is we had no way to target out the more annoying threats on the opposing team. Because as long as you deal with them in a timely manner, it doesn't really matter too much for the most part. But we didn't really have any option that would allow us to do so. Also, Spirit Fox, stop trying to win. I would like you to stop winning now. I would like you to stop winning. Let's see. I'm gonna try for Skullfist Guy. I didn't get it! No! It's super unlucky, but I think we won anyway, so it doesn't matter. That was almost really bad. Which troop's my absolute favorite? I guess it depends on the game mode. Though I'd have to say, I don't know, in the context of Arena, it's definitely Peasant. I definitely love what Peasant can do in Arena. I think outside of Arena, it might be Truffle. I haven't been using it much lately, but it's definitely among one of my favorite. I almost want to say Zugoff, but I would say it's more so... I feel like Zugoff's the current answer. More so because the current meta. More so than anything. Though I do have to say, the Mother of Darkness Rogue Spider team is still one of my favorite U's. Even though it's not the absolute strongest thing. It's a really fun playstyle. It reminds me a lot of how fun Rope Dart was before it got nerfed into the ground. I mean, not Rope Dart. I mean, Skeleton Key. Rope Dart's still broken beyond belief. That hasn't changed. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it is in the next patch or update. Because they're probably going to do to Rope Dart what they did to Life and Death. Where they substantially increased its mana cost. For Life and Death, they increased it by 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Rope Dart up by, like, 4. Which would bring it to 18. Because if I'm not mistaken, all the armor tier weapons are like, what, 14, 15 mana costs? But Rope Dart definitely feels like it needs to be like 17, 18. Playing Arena is like tiptoeing through a minefield. So I'll take that over. Also, based on the poll, it looks like a majority of people would play Arena if the rewards weren't so horrible. So that's interesting. Because I know some people also don't like the gameplay of Arena. Which I don't mind it. Like, it's more so the reward payout that is horrifically bad. It's like almost the equivalent of playing Treasure Hunt, in a sense. Like, I like both the game modes still. It's just their payout is really abysmal in the current state of the game. That's why we still always do the objective. Actually, didn't we get double chess on the objective this week? I'm pretty sure we did. For the Treasure Hunt one. I think we did like 130 turn double chess. Let's see, we'll take the purple over. Oh, he does scale over time, which is an aspect you almost never get to see because he normally doesn't survive long enough to do so. But he did this time. It's actually safer doing it this way. Wait, you auto hit first slot though, don't you? Oh, you hit the weakest. Well, that's the same thing. They're both the same thing. I'm just gonna try for it. Got it. Though there's no benefit to not dying in Arena. Like, there's a benefit to not losing, obviously. However, any deaths you take actually have no effect on your points. It only matters if you win or not and no other parameter. Doesn't matter how many turns it takes or how many troops you have left. The only thing Arena cares about is if you win or don't win. Alright, we got armor there, that's nice. Skull poke. Luckily this thing has 20% this week, which is making this a little bit easier. 10s and 20% do apply in Arena, by the way. For any unaware. It's the only stat bonus increase that actually applies to Arena. Like every other Kingdom bonus and everything else you have does not. But the 10 and 20% for a given week does indeed affect Arena. How much better rewards? I don't know. It depends how much better they would make it. Like, it definitely needs an improvement. Like, I was talking about the other night, but even if they improved Arena so that it always required, like, 50 points instead of 45, then 90, then, you know, so on and so forth, going up by 45 each time. Even if it was just a static 50 every single time with current rewards, I still don't feel like it'd be worth it from a reward perspective. Because that would still... That would make it more enticing to keep playing it. However, it doesn't really do much to improve the rewards. Because the base rewards are already kind of low. Especially with how good Nomapalooza is these days. In a post-Nomapalooza economy, it is exceedingly low. Though even before then it was kind of low. And especially after. Because a lot of things haven't been rescaled in the game for Nomapalooza existing. Like modes that are like way worse than it. Oh, so this team is almost like a angry mob kind of setup, because this thing constantly keeps resummoning. The only difference is instead of getting mana, you're getting skulls. Anyways, let's see what we get here. And as you can see, we got our full 50 Valor this time. Ah, we got Deeds. Was this our second one? Yeah, so we need to do one more then. All right, one more arena run. Let's go do it. See what we get. It's based on these options. Deal damage, transform chance, bunch of effects to a beast. That's 10 attack and 10 life to a beast. That's actually not bad. Worst comes to worst, he's a beast himself. So if we don't have any other beast, we could just do it on himself. And then he becomes our carry. Create a bunch of red and yellow. The red feeds back into him. Deal 6 damage to the first enemy and burn them. Burn is really good in arena. He's all in HP as well, which is kind of good. I think we go for him. Does this mean we need a yellow option? Oh, there's a yellow option. Deal 8 damage to the first 2 enemies, stun them, then either gain an extra turn or gain 12 armor. That in arena is really good. Deal 11 splash damage to an enemy and 50% to the adjacent stun. Poison all enemies affected. That's also really good in arena. The only problem is your mana conflict. I'd rather go for the yellow one here, I think. He's really tanky and he'll be a good second slot for us, or third. Unfortunately, this I guess we kind of have to go with this option just based on coloration. Let's hope he's not useless. He deals damage to an enemy boosted by green gems on the board at a very low ratio and then diseases them. He's very bad, but we have to take him because of the color. And similarly, as much as I want Peasant here, I think we have to go Spider Knight. He deals 7 damage to the first enemy and then webs them. Or sorry, to any enemy. And then webs them. All 3 of these are actually really good. Well, these 2 are good options, but I need this for color. So technically all 3 in this situation is a good option, but normally Snowy Owl or Peasant would be the better 2. We're going to gain enough yellow where we could go Snowy Owl. Peasant uses a little enough that if we wanted to use him, we kind of could. The problem is he's initially blocked, and normally you don't want to initially block Peasant on blue. Because it's going to be on Sir Alamare, and he wants to cast his ability, so I'm just going to go Spider Knight. Even though he's actually the worst of the 3 troops there. Similar to Pox here, we have to take him purely based on color. And that's our team then. Which I can move it that way. Let him gain a lot of durability. Put him in our safest spot so we could tank up like crazy. Alright, let's roll that. That should be fine. Alright, final arena battle. Then we'll go hand out code, and then we'll go mess with a little bit of the mimic hunt. Okay, so we'll take that. Also, this is probably the only day this weekend we're doing arena, by the way. I don't think I'll be doing it the other 2 days. We'll see, though. Because obviously we still need to get on that mimic grinds. Try to get it before the patch on Monday. I mean, on Tuesday. Most likely patch. Still not 100% confirmed, though it is exceedingly ultra likely to occur. And that's exact damage to kill, which is great. Oh, interesting. It actually webs before applying damage. Is there a single situation where that would ever be relevant? That is so weird. Why does it web specifically before it does damage? I never noticed that. But that's exactly what it just did. I can't think of a single context where that is relevant. Oh, it's kind of funny, though. Oh, that's a lot of skull damage, gosh. Okay, this guy's actually kind of insane. Not only is all of his durability and HP, which is the way better stat, especially in arena, but not only that, but he also gets burn spam, feeds mana into himself, and feeds into another color. He's actually insanely good. I'm not sure I've ever had him drafted in arena, but he's really good in arena. He's not the super auto win though. Like for an epic, like he's above average, but not like ultra auto win. Because the biggest issue is he doesn't gain durability, but has an ability where he kind of wants to be in first or second slot. I could technically put the hero in front of him if we want to play it a little bit safer. Because the hero dying actually means very little to us. It hurts more of our mana coverage, but we really don't care about mana coverage too much. Because we have a full team of mana coverage, so losing some of it's not as big a deal. Like if you're barely covering anything, like if you're only covering 4 colors, and you're losing something that covers a color or 2, then that's bad. But if you're covering all 6 and then losing 1 or 2 color coverage, it's not as bad. So if your team already naturally has a lot of color coverage, you can kind of sacrifice something that's using 2 colors like that, and it won't hurt your team as much, comparatively. Oh, I needed those to not die. Should probably cast them beforehand. Well, plan B, you need to go carry us. Good, he gained armor. We pretty much always want to see him gaining armor. As in arena context, it is way better. Normally you want to see him do extra turn, but 12 armor in arena so much that it's actually better for him to do armor in arena. Oh, I gotta be careful. This is still very losable. Doom Skull luck. Nope, didn't get it. It's worth a shot. I need a purple. I gotta take this brown and hope for it. Didn't get it. He gave it to us. Perfect. Dead. Also, I almost took that the other way around. That would have been bad because he actually would have lived. Because we need the Doom Skull 5 damage. What about Web Spinner? Oh yeah, Web Spinner applies the web beforehand. But I meant off of an ability. Because it doesn't actually have any effect on him. Like the stats effect of web, I mean. But I guess it's just a thing that all stats effects just have in the current state of the game. Because, when it comes to a cast like that, there's that... Oh, actually, that's not true. Because Fairy Fire doesn't apply it beforehand. Oh, no. That's why it's kind of threw me off. Because some do and some don't. However, there's no reason for Web as an ability to apply it first. Also, I believe it's only on him or a few other troops. Because, for example, there are some troops that web, but also, like that one troop that webs but does double damage to webbed enemies. It webs after the damage, not before. Like, some troops have a weird, like, different condition. Which is what threw me off when he did it. Because there's really no reason why his web should become before his damage. It just does. Oh wait, why am I doing that again? It's only going to reburn the first slot. Okay, or I actually do want to hope for extra turn this time instead of armor. And of course we got armor. That's not too big a deal. Either or, it's kind of good. At least in arena anyways. Oh yeah, I forgot, that actually kills. I keep forgetting he has boost ratio. I keep calculating his damage as a 7, but it's actually more than 7 depending on how many green are on the board. It's not much of a boost ratio, but it does cover the distance at least, if nothing else. Oh, we'll take a skull there. I'm just gonna cast this and hope we get lucky. And he's dead. Even if I did nothing, he'd probably die to burn. No Horde Mimic yet? Nope. Still no Horde Mimic. We're still in the hunt. Well, not currently. We're finishing out one last arena, then handing out a code, and then we're going on the hunt. But yeah, we're still in the hunt. No Mimic yet. Let's see. We'll take a blue there. I don't know, there's a lot of weird interactions on some troops that aren't really stated on their card. Like, for example, the list of troops that double tap a single enemy rather than single tap it. Because I don't think they fixed every single text-based inconsistency. There were even more back in the day. But they did fix some, but I don't think they fixed all of them. Like the whole list of troops that are able to double tap compared to single tap. Because there are some troops, unless they have fixed all of them that I'm just not aware of. But there was a decent handful of troops that like have the same text on their card of how they hit enemies, but they actually hit the enemies differently when there was one left. There's a lot of weird interactions. The other one is the difference between Black Beast and... what's his name? Not Vashtagan. Wait, is it Vashtagan? Yeah, Vashtagan. The difference between Black Beast and Vashtagan. They're both a troop that devours an ally. However, Black Beast has an invisible that doesn't state on card Dispel that it does prior to devouring, which means it can devour things that have Bless and Barrier. However, Vashtagan specifically cannot devour things that have Bless or Barrier because it doesn't have an invisible Dispel. You can see the invisible Dispel if you go in the stats page of the Black Beast, like when it lists everything. Like, for example, right here it says it's burning. If you check this on Black Beast, even though it doesn't say it on the card, it does show Dispel here, even though it doesn't state it anywhere on the card. However, Vashtagan specifically misses this mechanic, making it very bad in a lot of situations, even more so than it already is, because if you're using Bless or Barrier, you can't really use Vashtagan properly, whereas Black Beast you can. And back in the day, Black Beast used to even take Barrier as well. That's not the case anymore, though. Like, back in the day, if you devoured something that had Barrier, you would claim the Barrier from the troop. Whereas now it just dispels it first and you don't get the Barrier. But if you do that with Vashtagan, it just won't devour it, because the Barrier will protect it from your own Devour, which is kind of funny. It's one of those kind of things where there's just inconsistency on cards, because in theory, they both have the same ability, but they also very much do not have the same ability. Because both of their ability on paper is just devour an ally, with a bunch of other text around it. But they both function differently with how they devour an ally. Which also means the ultra rare is better than the mythic, by the way. The only reason you ever use Vashtagan is for his curse on brown, and literally no other reason. Because Black Beast is just better than him from an ability standpoint. Alright, throw that down. Don't gain durability. No. I'm not sure why I was saying that as if it wasn't going to gain durability. It literally has a 100% chance. But there we go. I was like thinking maybe it will target something else, but there's literally nothing else for it to target. It is the only thing left on its team. Oh gosh, we didn't get any good offers today. Ah, there we go. And here's our 3 useless gem keys. Actually, that's the only good reward. You get that after just doing a single arena run. Even if you don't plan on doing any arena, you should do at least like 1 run just to get the 3 gem keys. Anyways, let's go do adventure board real quick. Got a few things here. We'll go do those quick dailies and then we'll go hand out a code. Adventure board and dungeons. Then we'll hand out code and then we'll mess with mimics probably the rest of the time. Oh, I do need to double check to see how the guild's doing on the events though. I think we're already done. If we need to do any battles for them, I guess we'll do them. But then again, we only have 1 event going on, which is board event. Well, technically arena event, but you know, there's no like leaderboard or anything for that. So that'd be kind of cool if there was. What's the best way to get deeds and writs? They are completely RNG based. The best way to get deeds and writs is to check the game every single day. Because there's not really any direct way to farm them for the most part. If you have a lot of gems, you can get them off of daily offer sometimes. And can get slightly more if you also did the 3 daily arenas every single day, which most people don't do. But these 3 offers can be deeds. Your 3 daily arena runs can also be deeds. But there's no direct way to really farm them properly currently within the game. They're just a slow resource that comes into the game as a slow trickle over time. Yeah, most people don't bother with Arena of Valor. We pulled it earlier, like a couple weeks ago, or actually probably like 6 weeks ago, last time we had an Arena event. But like more than half don't play Arena when we pulled it. I think it was like 40%, maybe 30 something, high 30 something. We're actually playing Arena. Like it's a very small percent. Very, very small. Also, stay hydrated. I got this water here to drink it on stream. I do that like every single stream. And sometimes I take literally like no sips from it. Definitely needs to be though. Ah, there we go. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon, then we'll go hand out code, and then we'll go into Mimic Grind. We're still gone. We've gotten 79 so far. 72 times? 5 9 times. I mean, 9 5 times. Confusing wording. But, yeah, we're getting there. At some point, we're gonna get it. It's like, it can't forever not give it to us. So it's kind of scary. Some people went to, like, 20-something without getting it. Hopefully, we won't be that big of an outlier, because you should be able to get it way before 20-something 5 times chess. But we're currently at 9 without it. And if 20% is actually correct, like, we are pretty much, like, double into odds, which is unfortunate. Like, we're at the point where our effective chance, cumulatively across all rolls, I think it's like an 80-something that we would have gotten it by now. Or 70-something. I believe it's like 60-something when you're at like the full odds once. I forget what it is when you're at double odds. Like the chance that you would have gotten it by then. Anyways, let's go and hand out code. And then let the Mimic Grind begin. sure the cap's on all the way. Anyways, let's see. You randomly found 3 shiny Magikarp in Pokemon Go. Nice. We got... Oh yeah, Tyrion. Did you actually watch the other stream? I can't remember if you... Did you stop by at the time? Or see most of it? I actually can't remember off the top of my head. But we got 20... I'm not sure if you were there by the end. But we got 23 shinies and 3 alpha shinies on the previous stream. It was fun. Also, I got a lot of viewership too, randomly, because it was on the same day that 2.0 got an update. Which is kind of funny, because I think it actually has more views than the Monday video we covered for Gems of War right now. Which, that normally doesn't happen. That's kind of funny, because of all the circumstances. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. You guys use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Just copy and paste the random numbers in there, starting with 4C. And I give the same order as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Anyways, let's go hunting. Mimic hunting. Oh yeah, before I do, real quick, are we done with the event yet? I'm probably not going to do it even if we're not. Nope, we're already done. Because I had a feeling our guild was pretty much already there. Yeah, gosh, we're doing good on majors. I don't think we missed a single time on our last several majors. They've all been purple, blue, or power. Because we did get a power a couple majors ago. Doing really good luck on them this week. Oh yeah, we did get, we got Alpha Shiny Lucario and Alpha Shiny Wishcash. Both of them are pretty good pickups. Lucario because it's a nice shiny, and the other one because it's in a very annoying location that we don't have to check anymore. Oops, I'm using the wrong team. Let's see. There's also one that no one really tends to farm. I didn't even realize it even existed there until I looked up a chart of like where every alpha is. And then it's like, oh, there's an alpha there I never knew existed. It's just randomly in the middle of nowhere. Time for us to craft our 3rd Zugoff? No. That's not happening. 2 Zugoff is already pointless. I'm not going to craft a 3rd. Like, there's a very small argument to be made that 2 Zugoff is okay to have. But there's literally no team that will ever exist that will use triple Zugoff. Like, the only thing that could have maybe potentially have done it was if there was a better Wish Gem option. You could have done 1 Wish Gem option into 3 Zugoffs. However, no Wish Gem option is good enough to synergize with 3 Zugoffs. Because the best Wish Gem option does not have a consistent way to actually break its own Wish Gems. You need another troop on your team to do that. Yeah, double Zugoff with Centurigon's pretty good. It's one of the few double Zugoff teams that is kind of worth using. Like, if you're going to use double Zugoff, that's generally the way I would say to go. Do you know how to earn points in Pokemon Home? Yes. The way that is determined is, I believe, for every 31 Pokemon you have in Pokemon Home per day, you will get 1 point. And I believe every 30 points is 1 battle point when you send it over to any game. At this point, I'm just hoarding all of them, all the points, because I'm just going to send them to next generation of Pokemon. Because Sword and Shield has been out so long that it's not as good a value to bother putting in there. So as soon as Scarlet and Violet gets compatibility with it, I'm just going to send all the points there. But yeah, you earn points just by how many Pokemon you have in. So just putting a bunch... The easiest way to do that, if you don't want to breed a bunch, is just catch a billion things in Pokemon Legends Arceus and just send them over to home. Because Legends Arceus is the quickest way to get like a billion Pokemon. You just keep throwing balls and they just keep going in. Because the way that you capture them in that game is very quick. You could probably fill an entire home box in a single day if you made an objective to do so. Let's see. I'll take that over. Hello, Dragor. Welcome, welcome. Hello, George. Welcome, welcome. So where's our Mimic? I want to try to get at least one Mimic tonight if we can. I want to ideally not end with 0. But we'll see. It depends how long it takes us to find one. Also, hello, Jinky! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Hope you're almost ready for your birthday. Yeah, throw that down. Ah, no Mimic. So hello, Imperial Fighter Dinner. Say hi, welcome, welcome. I should have taken the purple there, actually. It'd be more consistent because the Thrall's mana is way better than Leprechaun's. The main reason for Leprechaun is because of how quick it is initially. The Thrall gives you way more. One other way we could have taken that is taken the red into the purple into Skull for Sky. There's no guarantee we would have gotten it, but there's actually a pretty good chance with how much Cascade we would have had in the area. I feel like on a lot of these starting boards, it would just be better if we take purple than even casting Leprechaun. The problem is it's not always 100% consistent. Oh, I could have just won! No, I hate when I do that. I do that every single day we ever Mimic hunt. There's probably even more than I even notice. Like, at least like a dozen times per day, if not more. We probably miss the win condition skull, where if we just took the skull we would have won, but then we do something that isn't taking the skull. Oh, you're on pizza duty? Oh, you're making your own pizza? No, that's not the direction I wanted. Are you making your own pizza? What kinds? Is it pineapple pizza? No, it's... Actually, I haven't had pizza for a while. My biggest issue with pizza recently is when I went to New Jersey to see family, I got to try real pizza again. And now every time I have pizza in comparison, like, it's just not as good. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's consumable. Like, it qualifies as food. But, like, it's not that good. Like, it's good enough for pizza quality because pizza just tastes good, generally speaking. But it's not good pizza. It's just a food type that naturally tastes good. Store-bought. I do get store-bought pizzas ever so occasionally. Obviously, those are even worse, but, you know, they cover the craving of pizza-like shape. If I get them from stores, though, I normally get veggie ones. Because I really hate, like, the processed kind of meat, like, when they're frozen like that. So I normally get vegetable-related ones. Because that on veggies isn't as bad. Like, when it's on meat like that, it tastes kind of weird to me. Processed meat versus processed veggies. I would rather have processed veggies than processed meat. Because processed veggies are kind of also like the entire category of fake meats as well. Like that's literally just processed veggies. Oh, your deli does a bunch of them? Oh, okay, that's a bit better then. Yeah, that's not true for all of them, of course, but most of them. Like, some of them are made with, like, who knows what. Let's see. I never pay attention to if something's gluten-free or not. What exactly is gluten again? Isn't it like that one, like, yeast bread thing? Or what is it exactly? Like, I somewhat know what it is, but also don't. I never pay attention to something if it's gluten-free or not. Because I don't have a gluten allergy, so I don't really care. I think it's healthier if it's gluten-free, isn't it? Or something? I don't really pay no attention, though. Only thing I have to worry about is nuts. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, protein in wheat. I knew it was something like bread related. And by bread I meant wheat. Let's see. Are those your top troops for level 12? Any Zugaf build I would consider generally your go-to build for Explore 12. Any variant of a quick kill Zugaf. There are other ways to run it, but if you have Zugaf, you should be running Zugaf. Oh, wait. Oh, we were frozen. I was like, wait, how did we not get a turn? That was definitely an extra turn. But we were frozen there for a second. I guess he had freeze on score or something. Wait, does that kingdom actually have it, or what's his ability? I didn't even see how we got frozen, but something froze us. Hey, we got an Anu, nice. Still no 2 times though, or 5 times. No mimics. If nothing else, our token's been pretty good. Also, we got a 5x Anu the other night. Unfortunately, not Nisha, but Anu's still pretty nice. Obviously, from a 5x mimic chest. It's actually impossible to get a 5x otherwise. Because a 2x chest would either be 4 or 6. And a 1x chest could never get higher than 3. So I can kind of tell based on the chest what it is. Because if it's like 4 Anu, it's always a 2x. Like it can't be anything else. If it's 3, it has to be a 1x. If it's 5, it has to be a 5x. Ah, come on, we had 2 chances for a Skullfist guy and we got missed both of them. Catch you later, Ricardo. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna try going till we get a Mimic, ideally. We'll see. Depends how long we're talking for the Mimic to want to drop. That's our last chance we really have to really grind for it in the next few days. Well, not our last chance. Obviously, the Mimic will still exist. But I mean that in the sense that whatever happens next patch, we're going to be focusing on whatever the new shiny thing is for a little bit. I'm not sure how repeatable it's going to be, though. Like, it might still be limited per day. However, it might make us start doing our 3 daily dungeons, which is something we haven't done in a very, very, very long time. And the 3 daily dungeons could take about 20-30 minutes. Depending on where we're doing it at. On level 500, of course. I mean daily delve, not daily dungeon. Yeah, I meant daily delve, my bad. I'm pretty sure I said dungeon. So delves are basically what dungeons should have been. It's kind of weird that we have both. Because it almost seemed like that's what they were initially like supposed to be, but then weren't. An 8-hour minimum of sleep. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I had 8 hours sleep now. Though there are some days I get like way less than that. Though today I actually did get 8 hours. Though it was split across 2 different sleeps. It wasn't all in one sleep. Oh, who keeps freezing us? What is in this kingdom that keeps getting a freeze on us? I actually don't remember. Because that's the second time now. Which is weird because I don't recall it happening on the other days we've been here. But something's doing it. Genki didn't get it consecutively either, that's funny. I feel like that happens a lot to me these days. Like, I'll still get 8 hours in a day, but it's never in one session. I'm doing that because we're going to try to skull pressure him down. Okay, you're the one who's freezing us. Inflict frozen when doing skull damage. Alright, now we know who the culprit is. Found him. I assume it's only him. So I might want to start prioritizing him if there's no other priority in a given battle. Oh, in this battle, first slot's higher priority. Because we don't want Zugoff dying. But otherwise, we want to actually be prioritizing this thing. To make sure we don't get frozen. Like right there. Oh no, he even stopped my throw action turn. No. He's stopping everything. I came with, we could have already won if he didn't do that. Oh, I should have went for mana. Yeah, we need, maybe, oh no, maybe I need to start higher prioritizing this thing. I'm not sure why that has only been an issue today. but it's definitely a point of concern. Because obviously we're trying to hit as many extra turns as possible, but we're also giving the enemy a lot of free skulls. And when they can just freeze us like that, that's not good. Because we're normally trying to chain extra turns. We're also letting them take a score or two, which is a bad combination. If anyone hasn't already, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And if any of you still have any other questions, do let me know. Make sure to go over everything. And I'm pretty sure our goal for the rest of this weekend is the Mimic Hunts. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be doing Arena the other 2 days. I don't know, maybe we'll touch on it a little bit here or there. It's probably going to almost entirely be Mimics. Leading up to next patch, that is. And then we'll see what on earth we could do with next patch. That's a huge miss. Not sure why I always prioritize them. Like, it takes more time for him to do his ability, however, I also need purple. And he creates purple for us. He doesn't have green, which makes Leprechaun useless, but generally by the time he's actually going to get his cast, we probably already have Leprechaun off. Like, that only matters if we didn't cast Leprechaun yet. But most situations, we would have already cast Leprechaun. You heard a sniffle? How am I doing? It's kind of funny because my mom brought up the exact same thing, like earlier today, like a couple hours ago, which is kind of funny. I guess it's a mom thing, but no, I'm fine. I'm fine, Mom. Yeah, she literally said the exact same thing like 2-3 hours ago. But no, I'm fine. I got over being ultra sick. Well, I wasn't really ultra sick, but you know, like I'm not sick anymore. I just naturally get like a bit of a call for a sniffle sometimes. But that's not me being sick anymore. Luckily. No, it was only for that 1 week. It's just seasonal allergies, so I'm gonna like constantly still have it to some degree. But I'm not like sick now, it's more so just seasonal allergies doing their thing. I'm not actually sick, it's just reaction to pollen and things in the air. Go take that purple if he leaves it. Yeah, we got it. Nice. I wish I was double cascade. We could get Skull there. Oh no, we're frozen. Gosh, it's getting us so many more times than I ever expected. Did I just not notice it the last few days? Because that has been at least the 6th time already, this stream. And it got us with the freeze. Because I haven't noticed it if it's been happening to us already this week. But I definitely need to prioritize it when we can. Especially when there's no other target like in this battle. Essence of Evil with Zugov. Oh yeah, Essence of Evil Zugov's pretty good. The options for first slot here are pretty wide. Essence of Evil, any explodey weapon, Flame of Fire, Urskia Crown, Writhing Staff. You could even run like a Flask build if you kind of want to. The only problem with that is a double block Zugov. That's a lot of mana. But yeah, there's a lot of options. I just happen to use Flame of Fire. Mostly because it's synergy with Thrall, and it's direct feeding into Zugov. And it also applies Burn. So if you're in a weird situation where you have Flame of Fur but you don't have Zugov, you can get a Burn kill on first slot. Because that still gives you the triple damage you need to kill first. Honestly, I think this thing is more of a threat than the Raid Slayer. The one that can one-shot Zugov, which is actually kind of sad. But I'm pretty sure the thing that applies Burn a singular time, most likely to just one thing, is more intimidating than the thing that can one-shot Zugov, or only win condition. Could you use Summer's Fury? I would say mostly no, because it's red. It's blocking you on red. It does create red, but it blocks you on red. Biggest issue with Summer's Fury is it doesn't create enough to like loop. Its gem amount was made back in the day when weapons were way weaker. And doesn't really scale well to the current state of the game. It's kind of funny because at one point its gem spawn was based on your magic. Obviously magic was way lower then. But you could imagine how broken that was. There's multiple things in the game that was kind of like that. They were all phased out, though, over time. But there was a point where Summer's Fury... Hey, we got Anisha, nice. But there was a point where Summer's Fury could create, like, 15 red while hitting all enemies or something. And in the current state of the game, that'd be, like, 50-something gems. It'd be, like, 51 gems or something, or 56. Which would be really funny. But yeah, biggest issue with Flamer for right now is it doesn't create enough red. If it was like 9 or 10 red, I mean not Flamer Fur, I mean Summer's Fury. But if Summer's Fury did 9 or 10, like Urskia Crown or Flamer Fur, it would actually be good. The problem is it does only 6. And it's also initially blocking Zugov. Which for things that do a lot of mana doesn't matter as much. Like Flask you can kind of get away with. It's a little bit inconsistent, which is why I don't run it. But Flask is a lot of mana accumulation. So it double blocking Zugov isn't as big a deal. It's still enough of a deal that it's not as viable. It's not as big a deal because it actually does a lot of mana when it does do its thing. Also because Thrall normally gives you so much excess anyways when he does his ability. Like even a blocked Zugov can normally get full mana from a Thrall. You just tend to not block it just out of safety's sake. Oh no, he's gonna get freeze there. Good he didn't go for it. What about Elemental Balance? I can't remember which one that is. Is that the Explodey one? Is Elemental Pose the one that does yellow, purple, or something? Oh no, it's red-blue, but it uses yellow, purple. I guess that's the weapon you're referring to, I'm not sure. I can't think of what other elemental weapon you're referring to at the moment. Because there's Abel Crystal, which is Elemental Explode. There's Elemental Bow, which is Elemental Crate Red-Blue while using Yellow-Purple. I forget which one Elemental Scale is, or Balance, I mean. Oh, yeah, it's the one that creates a bunch of random color. That's an interesting weapon. That came in with Nexus, right? That weapon always seemed like it had, like, some amount of potential. I find it to be too inconsistent due to how many different things it's doing, though. Double spawns are already sketchy, because the biggest issue that double spawns have is the color that you can create can overwrite the color that you create. So let's say you're creating red-blue. The red can overwrite blues, the blues can overwrite reds. The problem with doing even more than that is all of those can overwrite each other, which doesn't necessarily make your extra turn chance higher. If anything, it almost makes your extra turn chance lower. Like, you have a higher chance of extra turning from, let's say, 10 red than you do from 8 red, 8 blue, or something similar. So whenever you're doing, like, multicolor like that, it technically reduces your chance of getting extra turn, not hiring it. It seems kind of weird, but it's because of how they overwrite each other. Like, from a numerical gem spawn number, it's kind of high, how many it creates. But it doesn't do much if they're all just overwriting each other. Like, it's basically just a normal board at that point. Because, you know, like, the number of that are already on the boards is 64, in theory. However, if you're creating, like, 64 gems, but they were mixed across every color, your chance of extra turning is pretty much the same as whatever's on the board, assuming they're, like, evenly distributed. So it doesn't actually give you that bit of a chance. Whereas if there's a lot of the same, it gives you a much higher chance. Come on, where did all of our Mimic luck go? We got, like, what, 4 or 5 chests last night? And now we're at 0. I must have depleted all the Mimics. I wouldn't be surprised if the game runs out of Mimics. Because everyone's hunting before the next patch. I mean, not everyone, but, you know. Maybe above average number of people. That literally has no effect on the drops, but... Sure feels like it during Vault events. Everyone already depleted all the gnomes when you go for the gnomes. Also, it's not a Vault event weekend, by the way. The flash offer right now kind of makes that confusing because it almost looks like a Vault event flash offer. But there is no Vault event this weekend. The next one's on June 10th from the June 12th. Or, you know, that weekend. Let's see, we'll take that. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Oh, I should have went for the other one there. Take that, we're good to go. Surprised Hero didn't die there. Oh, hello Lester, hello Lisa, welcome, welcome. Come on, where's that Mimic at? You found a bunch of them the week that everyone else was doing Journey. That's funny. Oh yeah, next Journey event, I don't need to do Journey. Like, we're still going to be doing Journey, obviously, to get all rewards, but you know. Like, we're definitely not doing it to 20,000, that's for sure. I'm probably buying, like, tier 5 or whatever it is to max the troop. I think it was tier 5. Which I think is, like, 710 gems or somewhere around there. Like, I'm buying tier 5, upgrading it, using a blue orb on it, and, hey, another Nisha! And it's, like, as far as we're going. So we got 2 Nishas, 1 Anu this stream. That's pretty nice. Where's my Mimic, though? Which is kind of funny because the chance to find a Mimic from that chest is more likely. Like, the chance of us getting a 2 times Mimic is higher than us finding a Nisha by about 5 times or so. Maybe even higher than that. There's at least like a 5 times higher chance that we'll find a Mimic. And we found Nisha twice. So go figure. Yeah, it's approximately 5 times higher that we'd find a Mimic rather than a... Or 2 times, that is. a 2x Mimic rather than finding a Nisha. But nope, we found 2 Nishas instead. Which is technically still good, obviously. Yeah, all of our RNG is going to Nisha today. Which isn't horrible, because realistically a single Nisha is better than almost any 2x chest. Like the minimum a 2x chest would have to give us to be better than a Nisha would be double or 4x Anu. Like 4x Anu is like the lowest reward it could give us to be better than a Nisha. Which is exceedingly unlikely that we'd find that in it. Because 6 Arachnia is lower than a Nisha. 2 Anu is lower than a Nisha. Unless it's giving us like double Nisha or 4 Anu. It's less loot than a single Nisha. Oh, was your question? Let's see. What game will you day stream? We're not going to be doing a day stream tomorrow. But I think on Sunday we're going to be doing Gems of War. Because this is the... It's going to be the last chance we really have to do like a big grind. So we're probably going to do a big stream for it on Sunday, throughout the day. I'll probably connect into our nightly stream. Kind of like we did on that one Saturday. I'm not sure exactly what time I'll be starting it though. But when we do, we're probably just going to do it most of the day. Maybe like an 8-hour stream, 6-hour stream, some amount of time. I just have it dip into our nightly stream. So I might just eat dinner and then just do the stream and then have it go to when our nightly stream would normally go. Like maybe start at 4 and go to like 9 or 10 or something like that. We'll see. Yeah, something like that we'll probably do for Sunday. As it'll be our last big push. Obviously we'll still farm for it on Monday, but most of the time on Monday we'll be spent doing the weekly objective. And then once Tuesday hits, because it's basically our last day to farm. Because Monday we'll be doing the weekly objectives and going over the new mythic that's coming out. Because we're getting a new mythic on Monday. And then Tuesday's going to be the patch itself. Most likely. Almost guaranteed. So that Sunday night will be like our last power grind then. We'll be starting a little bit earlier in the day. Not like super early, but early enough to connect to the nightly stream and just do one last mega stream for it. Obviously we'll still be farming for it into the future if we don't get it during that stream. But it'll be our last final push before the patch. Oh yeah, we still need to throw some Ring Fit back. We will be completing Ring Fit still. I'm not sure exactly what happened. But, yeah, I kind of haven't been doing Ring Fit lately. But yeah, I still intend to finish that game out. We just haven't streamed it in like almost a month. I still intend to finish it though. I should have went for him. No! Luckily it's not going to affect us much this battle, luckily. Actually didn't affect us at all. Nope, still no Mimic. Double Arachnia though. The drops are good. We're just not finding the 2x. Or 5x. Or the Mythic itself. That's more so by proxy of just not having them as a possible drop. Can't really get the Mythic if we don't get a 5x. Can't really get a 5x if we don't get a 2x. Though we can still get Nishas and Anus. Because you won't need any amount of multiplier for that. I should have taken the red in that cascade. I guess it didn't really matter too much though. Oh no! That freeze! It got me again! I was going to do that to extra turn into skull. Which is exactly what it did, but I didn't get the extra turn because it was frozen. Because otherwise we would have just taken a skull and won. But instead we lost our turn because we were frozen. That's slightly annoying. Golvania didn't have freeze. It's only one trip in this entire kingdom, but gosh, is it actually somewhat effective at doing its job. One single thing with freeze on skull. And it feels like a frost mage. With how annoying it's consistently getting us. Because frost mage is guarantee freeze, plus extra freeze. Like it's the most consistent freeze spam hero class. Well, other than Elementalist. But you know, it's the... Well, actually, does Elementalist start with flash freeze? I can't remember. Yeah, they're both in that similar category, though. A very good free spam. They both free spam in a different way, though. Oh yeah, I believe Elementalist has it, but you have to fight it between if you want to stun or freeze. And normally it's better to go stun. That's why I have to keep thinking Elementalist doesn't have it. Because if I'm not mistaken, it does have the tree for it, but I normally go stun instead. Unless it's PvP, in which case you go freeze. Because more often than not, I would use it with stun. Like, I think I always use it with stun, actually. It does have freeze, right? I'm not going crazy. Because I'm pretty sure it's just I happen to always use it with stun instead. Yeah, it has freeze. Oh no, I actually am using it for freeze right now. But yeah, the only big issue with Elementalist is there's so many good options that it's hard to choose which good option you want. I think the reason I actually went for freeze, well, for one is for PvP and Guild Wars and stuff, and generally if I have it set, I'm using it for that. So yeah, I do have freeze set. But the other reason is you're already likely going to be getting stun on first slot from this. Whereas flash freeze, you might not necessarily have that because it's on turn 0, or you know, like literally when you start the battle. So it gets value there. What is the Scorpius or Reale team? Basically the team we're using now, but with Scorpius and Reale. You know, where you feed it with like mana accumulators. Because the basic premise is you cast Leprechaun, you get as much mana as you possibly can very quickly, so you can do that with Thrall and other things as well. You then get at least one extra turn so that you apply poison with Reale, and then you just cast Scorpius twice using Thrall and or Leprechaun and or other mana accumulators to feed it. But normally, if you were doing it like the same structure of this team, you would cast Leprechaun, cast Thrall, make sure you have at least one extra turn, cast Scorpius, do this mana cycle again, cast Scorpius again, and then you win. What you use for mana accumulation is up to you. That's generally how the build goes. Yeah, there are tankier ways to be doing it as well. Like you can use Hero in first slot instead, and then just go Thrall or Leprechaun as your other one. I think sometimes you use with Merilith. It's like a couple different ways. You get like an extra stat bonus if you use it with Merilith. I can't remember if that stat bonus is even relevant at all though. I don't think you get anything relevant from it. Because you get like a kingdom bonus with Reale, but I don't think it's worth going out of your way for. And that currently only works in Nexus. Because there's no immune to poison currently in Nexus, not counting gnomes. But generally the gnome that has immune to poison will not appear. Like, you know, it can, but the chance of it randomly appearing is very unlikely when it's not a Vault event. Because I believe Mech Gnome's the only gnome that has immune to poison because he's impervious. But I don't think we've seen a single one all day. Like, when it's not a Vault event, you're generally not going to see him. Or at least very, very rarely. Actually better to Zoog off here. Because otherwise we'd have to double skull him. Whereas that has a chance to instantly kill like it did. Well, normally you don't have to worry about durability on a Reale Zugoff team. I mean, on a Reale Scorpius team. Because you're not creating skulls. So having lower durability actually doesn't really matter as much. Because one of the reasons why Zugov teams are slightly concerned with it are you're creating a billion skulls. But something like a Scorpius team actually doesn't need it. Because the main thing that's damaging you isn't present, which is the backfire of Zugov. Yeah, there's a couple other ways that you can poison if you don't have a Reale. Web Spinner's another good alternative. A Reale is normally used because it's the best, quickest way to do it passively. Because one single extra turn, you just poison the whole team with 0 mana cost. And generally your mana accumulators are going to get you an extra turn. Even if you're using like Thrall Leprechaun, you're still most likely going to be hitting an extra turn somewheres. Either off the starting board or as a result of their cascade. I might be calling it if we don't get in the next few chests. I don't want to come out tonight. We've almost an hour straight, actually. We're just mimics. Because we started with Arena. Then we shifted to this. And then they dropped 0. Oh, that's... Oh, he's not burned anymore. That was supposed to kill him. He kind of unburned himself. You got your 3 gem keys. Haha, that's funny. You got the 3 gem keys from the arena event, so now you're done. Yeah, generally, even if you're not going to do the arena event, I do advise getting the 3 gem keys. Which all you need is 50 points, which if you win even 1 time, or won 4 times, or sorry, 1 8 6 times, if you complete 1 full arena run, you'll have enough points to get it. Because it's like 10 minutes for 3 gem keys, which is pretty good value. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like doing that as if we'd one-shot. I forgot. It doesn't one-shot him, does it? Took you 2 runs, yeah. If you lose 1 of them, it won't give you the full 50. Does require a full win run. We actually failed our first run. It was mostly because our draft was so bad. I should have just repicked it. Like, it was very obvious before we even got into it. I was just kind of hoping we could, like, barely squeeze it out, but it really lacked any targetable or anything of value whatsoever. The team was just so bad based on the options we had. Like, ideally, you want to repick until, like, either your epic and or ultra rare are good. And as long as you have like at least 1 good troop to hold down the line, you're probably fine, even if the rest of the draft is horrible. The problem is we had no good options. Hey, finally! We found our mimic! Okay, moment of truth. This is it. The 5 times right here. It's not a 5 times yet, but it's the 5 times. With the mythic in it. Eventually. Come on, at least give us double Nisha. We've been really good Nisha luck today. Oh, 5 times? It's the one. We found it. This is it. We're seeing it live. It is the one. Let's hope so. It's probably just going to be disappointment number 10. But, oh, I didn't change my team. Luckily, they don't have a billion score reduction anymore, so if I accidentally don't remember to change my team, it actually doesn't matter. Because you only have 25% reduction now instead of 65 or whatever it was. They still have immune to burn, though, which is not ideal. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's see what we get. Come on. Moment of truth. Yeah, this is our 10th 5 times, meaning we found 82 times so far. 10 of which have been 5 times, 0 of which have been the mythic. Let's see what we got. Moment of truth. Okay, tokens are bad, but what if we get the mythic? No! Well, we tried. We got a very average drop and no mythic. Boo. But there we go. Let's update the number. 10 disappointing chests later. Though technically 9 disappointing chests later, because one of those 5 times was a 5 Nisha. That was pretty cool. Actually, didn't we get 2 5 Nishas? Wait, is it 1 or 2? No, the other one was 5 Anu. But we got 5 Nisha once. Let me go change our number. Unfortunate. At least we got it 5 times. It's the only chest we found, but if it's 5 times nonetheless, that's cool. Oh, so we're actually above odds on finding them right now as well. Because within 80, you should realistically have found 8 of them. And we found 2 extra. So we're actually doing lucky on 5 times chests, if nothing else. Lucky in the sense of how many we're finding, not lucky in what's in them. But in natural number of 5 times chests found, we're like 25% more than what we should have by this point. So it's not too bad. But unfortunately, we still don't have the mythic. But the hunt continues. Anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what we'll be doing. Probably skipping the arena event, and we're just pretty much going straight for the mimic hunt and trying to find this thing already. We keep trying, not getting any luck, but we'll keep doing it till we get it. And of course, we'll do a bigger stream for that on Sunday, as it'll be our last big hurrah before the patch. Obviously, we'll still be grinding for it after if we don't have it by then. However, it'll be the last one we'll do before the patch, because Monday night we'll probably be doing the objectives, and then Tuesday night we should be getting a patch. And that will bring in whatever on Earth they're changing with the Underworld. And will probably be some immediate things we could do with that. Most notably, do our daily arena. Do our daily Underworld. Also, if you do your daily Underworld, there's a chance you might want to wait on Tuesday and wait until after the patch, because it might be more efficient to use them after the patch than during. But if you already used your 3 daily ones, you probably can't do it during that several hour period. So good idea to save them if you happen to do daily arena. I keep saying arena. If you do daily factions, you probably want to wait on Tuesday until after the patch hits. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend, and goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys get good luck on the mimics. Goodbye, everyone.